Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm really super duper excited because I got my little mini loom and I get it before it comes out too, which is really nice. But before I continue, I must say today is National Blueberry Popsicle Day. So after I get that out of the way, I'm just going to show you this little clip adapter and the mini loom. I've had a barrage of questions, which is basically a lot of questions, about this thing ever since I heard that people have been getting it already. Like, people are having it sent to them who do like tutorials and junk. So I've had a barrage of random questions, which honestly I don't think really matter, but I'll just answer you today. Question number 1, what does the box look like? There is no official box yet. I got mine in a little cardboard box. So yeah, I'm sure they'll make it a lot fancier than that, but cardboard box. And it didn't come with any bands or anything because they knew I had bands, obviously. Next question. What are the markings on these things? Well, my camera won't focus very well. And it's kind of hard to see, but up here it says patent pending. Rainbow loom down here. And then Choon's design on the other side. And then on this thing, there's a rainbow loom, tiny little trademark thingy on there. And don't really see any other markings on this little mini loom. But there are these weird slits right here, like weird little slits. And I have no clue what those are for, honestly. So will someone maybe suggest what those are for? Because I have no clue. Next random question. Can this thing fit on your finger? Yes, it can. My finger's really skinny, but it fits. Could be a ring. But don't put it on there because I don't want it getting stuck or anything. Very dangerous. But anyways, I think that's the last barrage of random questions I've had. But I'm going to show you how this little clip adapter thingy dingy works. See, there's a clip on here just like a C-clip. Take whatever charm you want and pop it right on. And then you can clip it on your backpack or whatever you would wish to clip this on. And this is a variation of my alley bracelet. I just posted a picture on Instagram, but these are like little leaves of my quilted hibiscus bracelet. And this is a flower explosion ring. Not by me, it's based off of the Shasta's on a Starburst design, which PG's Lumacy made a tutorial for, so just check that out. And then you can make one of these little flowers. But yeah, that's how that clip adapter works, not very hard. But onto the mini loom. Now I've got a little tutorial here today for a mini loom. This little, I'm calling it a mini loom, finger loom. I'll call it a finger loom. I got a little tutorial for you today because I invented something on it. And I'm not sure if I'm the first one to invent something on it, but I might be, I'm not really sure. I made this little thing. This is not the ethereal flower ring. It's a smaller variation, but I honestly like this one better. This is the ethereal flower ring, or in purple as you might have seen it. But yeah, as you can see, this one only has 4 petals, and this one has 6. So this is basically a hexafish variation of the smaller one. So if you make the smaller one, you can figure out the larger one. But yeah, you can make this one with your fingers. So I was like, you know what? Finger loom time. So for this thing, you're going to need 7 white bands for the actual flower part, and as many bands as you would need to make a ring for your ring part. You're going to need a C-clip, 4 bands for the tips of these things, 4 bands for the first color of your leaves, petals, and 4 more bands for another color of your petals. So let's get started. You can use the finger loom, you can use the monster tail, you can use the rainbow loom, any loom which has 4 pegs. So you don't need a hook either, you just need your fingers. But you can use a hook, it might be easier if you're using the monster tail or rainbow loom. But to start off, you're going to take your first color, and this is the color that you're using for the tips of these little pokey leaves. You're going to take them all, and you're going to take one, and you're going to find one of these pegs, any one. Going to stretch it on there, loop it once over, and then over one more time. like that. And then you move on to another peg, do the same thing, put it on, 1, and then 2, one, 2, you gotta be careful because these pegs are rather odd and bands can slide off of them easily. So make sure that there are 3 bands on each peg. So after that, you take 4 whites. And this is a sort of tricky part, so you gotta pay attention. You're gonna take this band, sort of squeeze it right in between the black there, so it should look like this. Oop. You do it again. Like that. Gonna just slide it through right there. And then gonna hold on to this bottom part. So you take the top part and then you bring them both together. So that should make a single like looking band. And then gonna take these 2 bands, I like to pinch them together like that. Gonna take the bottom band and then pull it right through the top one and then pull it tight. So that makes a little slip knot right there. And then you're gonna repeat this on the other 4 pegs. Slide the band right through. Pinch them together. And then slide the bottom through the top and pull. Two more times. This might be a tiny bit tricky. You can also put the top band through the bottom one if you so wish. And now after you do all this, you're going to take one, make sure the knot's really tight, and then you're just going to pull these black bands right off. So you have a little thing that should look like this. And then you do the same on all of the other pegs. Make sure your knot's really tight or you have to do it over again. If it does this weird thing when it wants to coil in, you can just pull it out like that. So you should have 4 little things that look like this. They should be like a white band but with a little black one knotted on. So you're going to put these back on, but in a different way. You're going to see there should be a little line right here, and on the other side there should be a V. Going to go on the side with a line, make sure that's facing up, and then put the white band on a peg. Random voice crack. Like that. Gonna do the same thing. Make sure that the white line is on the top. And then put it on a peg. White line's on the top. Put it on the peg. White line on top. And put it on the peg. So it should look like that. And now you take one more of your white bands and you stretch it over all 4 of these pegs. And now you gotta twist this band. So it doesn't matter what way you twist it, you take this one white band you just put on, pull it this direction so that there's a line right in front of the peg, and then double it back over itself like that. Do the same thing here. Pull it to the left, cross the other band over, pull it off the peg, pull it to the left, cross the other end over, pull it off the peg, go to the left, and cross the other peg over. So there should be like a little X in the center. There should be like a diamond in the middle, and then like little lines extending from it. So now you gotta loop over these little black and white dot bands. Loop over your first one. And since it kind of gets in the way in the top, you don't want it there. So you're gonna see there are each of these 2 lines, 1 and 2, right next to it. And then you push it down on either one of those. It doesn't matter which, just not on one of these. So I'm going to push it through this line. Just cram it down there until it goes away. And then you'll see it comes out the bottom. And then pull on it to get it out of the way. Now you do this again. Take it, pull it over. And you can either go on this side, the left or the right bottom one, not these top ones. And then just push it through that line. Make sure you get it through the line and not a triangle, not one of these triangles. So, I'm gonna take it. Pull it down. You can pull on either one of these little black nubs. And then you're going to do it 2 more times. Pull it right over. Go on the left or right. Going to go on the right again. You can pull these out of the bottom out of the way if you need to. I'm going to put it through bottom right line. And then the last one. And then push it down either the right or left line. And if these are getting in the way, just pull them out the bottom. Go in, get down there. So it should look something like this. All the black should be coming out the bottom, and it should be relatively nice and even looking here. So now we're going to move on to our next color. This is going to be your top leaves, petals. Why do I say leaves? These top petals right here. So you're just going to take this color and plop one band right on each peg. Don't do anything to it, just plop it on as it is. And then you're going to take another white band, Put it on all 4 pegs again, but this time you're not going to do any twistage or twisting. And then you're going to go down to your pegs. You're going to see this petal right here. Just going to pull it down to the bottom. Make sure that it's underneath this white band right here. And then loop the white band over. And you're going to do this on all the pegs. Pull down the fuchsia. So you can take the white band and pull it over. Pull down your fuchsia. Pull over the white band. And then take your fuchsia, pull it down underneath second white, and then pull this white over. So it should look like this. If you want, you can pull your fuchsia bands out. And then you're going to take your next color, your last color, other than white. It's purple. Plop it on just like you did the fuchsia. And then you're going to take another white. This one fell off. Put it over all the pegs. And then you're going to do the same process again. You're going to completely ignore these fuchsia. Pretend they're not even there. You're going to pull this purple down. And then pull the white over. Pull the purple down, pull the white over, pull the purple down underneath the white, pull the white over, pull the purple under the white, and pull the white over. Okay, so you're now at the end of your ring, and you need to do your ring extension. So after this, you're going to take one of your whites, it doesn't matter what peg. You're going to take it and then pull it up to the very top peg. And now you're going to take this peg on the left and then pull it to the bottom peg. And then push this down. And then you're going to take one more white, put it on these 2 pegs, the only 2 pegs that you have white bands on, top and bottom. And then pull the 2 bands underneath onto the 1 white band. And then pull this bottom white up to meet the top white. And now you're going to carefully, very tightly pinch this white. You do not want to let go of it. Just going to bring it up and keep pinching onto it, and then pull. These petals are just right off your pegs. So it should look something like this. And now to do the extension, you're going to see these bottom 2 pegs right here. Going to take 1/2 of this white and the other half. Gonna put the right back here. Gonna put the right half on the right peg. And the left half on the left peg. And then my ring, I like to make 4 bands on each side. So I'm gonna take 4 white. And you're going to loop it just like you would a single. Completely ignore this flower thing coming off. Put 1 white band on these 2 pegs. And then pull the 1 white underneath over. Do the same thing again. Put 1 white on. and then pull the white underneath over. Do it again. And then do it once more. And now, I'm going to take this right white, put it on the peg with the other white, and then you're going to take your C-clip or S-clip, Q-clip, whatever, and you're going to clip both these bands. And then pull it off. And now, since we got to do the other side, going to take 4 more white bands. And this might be a bit tricky, but you're going to see there's this first white loop right here. This one. And you're going to see how this part of it extended off. We got to make another part extend off. So you're going to put it like this. Make this line, pull it over here. Keep hold of this loop. And then, gonna take one white. I like to put it on 2 fingers to make it easier. Pull it through. So it should look like that. And then you're gonna put this band on your finger loom to start your single again. You're gonna place it on just like you did earlier for the other half. And then now you're gonna loop on 3 white bands. And then you're going to pull the right band over to the left, like that. And then we're going to clip it. Make sure you get both parts. And pull it off. And there you have your ring. If you want, you can neaten up the center by pulling out each of these little dangly thingies to the appropriate side. And there's your little Petite Ethereal ring. Hope you enjoyed this. But before I end the video, I would love to thank Choon's Design and all the people that work for him, I guess I could say as well. Basically, thank you so much for sending me this little thing and the clip extender thingy, whatever the little thingamajig's called. Thank you so much for sending me it. I was honored to make this tutorial. And thank you so much for inventing the rainbow loom first of all, or else I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Thanks for inventing the monster tail, the rainbow loom hook, everything. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the new fancy bands that you come up with too. They are phenomenal. Again, thank you very much. Thank my viewers for watching. Need to thank you guys for being awesome. All your polite, nice comments, all your mean comments, even if they were helpful. I pay attention to the helpful ones, but the other mean ones, just other mean people, just keep your mouth shut if you don't have anything nice to say. But yeah, that's all my advice that I have for you guys. But anyways, thank you all you nice people out there. Thank you, Choon. Thank you, everybody. I would give you a big hug if I could meet you all. But anyways, thanks to everyone and everything. Thank you. Goodbye.